What's up, young Sam? For real? Oh, whoops, just a second. It's yeah. So it's 9:56 p.m. But what day? 9:56 p.m. July 14th, Sunday. Holy shit, man! It's like halfway through fucking July already. Jesus Christ. Woo. And it's Sunday. Huh? Okay, so I just got my bearings. I've been like diurnal, because I kind of, on purpose made myself diurnal because my mom needed me to go over there to her house this weekend to prepare her house to have everything removed from the living room so that the people can come in and replace her carpet with wood floor. And so I went there yesterday, and then I went there today to do more, and also to organize and clean her utility closet and stuff. And she made me a meal, and so yeah, I'm working. What am I working on now? Just a sec. Exposition on the Book of Psalms. On the Book of Psalms by Gregory the Great. It's 2,500 pages. It said 300 pages with 150 chapters, which is 2 pages a chapter. So that's like, you would just make it like, use ChatGPT to condense it to 10 words a chapter. But I saw the chapter's really big. And so I copied it, pasted it onto wordcounter.io, said 300 pages. And I was like, oh, that's why. I must have copied it onto wordcounter.io and saw 300 and like not noticed. So I guess it has like a limiter. So I went to another one and it crashed the page. So I went to another one, and it even said on it, it said limitless. And I was like, oh, limitless. And so I put it on, and then, went away, and then came back, looked at it, and it said like 264,000 words or something like that, which turned into 2,500 pages. And so that's why, pages were so big. So then I decided to have ChatGPT instead of batch it, because I was going to try and batch it. I realized the pages were average like 17 pages long. So 17 pages. That's kind of where the maximum of quality. At least that's what Meta AI said. Can do up to 50, but I don't think Meta can. Maybe they were talking about ChatGPT. Could do up to 50, because that's about what it seems like. Meta was like describing ChatGPT. Meta can handle maybe 10 pages or something, or less, 5 pages. But yeah, up to 50. But anything past 15, it'll start to lose quality. So yeah, it's perfect. You paste each chapter, 17-page chapter in, condense it down to a page. Although it's interesting, and then that down to 10 words. Although it's interesting that, do I have like a loud voice? Because apparently I have the type of voice that hurts people's ears. That's what my mom says. Anyways, it's interesting to have chat kind of do it itself, kind of follow its lead a little bit, instead of go, give me 250 words. Because imagine if you were asking a human being to do that. The human being would be like, I can't give you 250, I give you 400 or maybe 200, because, the thoughts come in chunks, right? And so I kind of let chat do that, because I tested a lot. I'd say give me 250, and then it would give me like a paragraph of like 150 or something. And, or maybe even 100, and I'd be like, can you make that bigger? But then it'd be like, yeah, sure, and it gives me like 500. And so, yeah, it's good to. So I do have to do a lot of triage. I tend to go for something under a page more than over a page. For the biggie big. But I also take into account how big the original chapter is, because if it's really big, then I'll let its condensation be a couple pages or maybe 3 pages. But if it's really small, I'll take the 100 word condensation. So ChatGTP ain't anywhere near good enough to be able to kind of automate it totally. You have to be here to engineer it with yourself. But I remain astonished at how quickly I'm going through this. It's like freaking prophecy. I was thinking to myself, because I was thinking to myself, and I've explained this in other videos. I was thinking to myself, like, you know, when I'm in and out of consciousness, I don't know, sleeping, waking up, sleeping, or smoking a bunch of weed, I don't know, just thinking about my website. A lot of the time I find myself thinking about these history books. My toe is really itchy. I'm going to put this athlete toe cream on it. A lot of the times I think about the website, the part of the website that has the history books, where every single history book is, because I explain this on the front page, is I just had a brain fart. I smoked a bunch of weed before I did this. Where every history book is, you know, condensed down to like the 10 words. And then if it's really big, you know, like a page down to 10 words, or the original down to 100 per words, or and then 10, or 50 words and then 10. And having every one at least its original and then 10, every single one. And then I realized that a lot of the books are like that, but not all. And I never really thought about like, you know, how I would do that, because to do it myself, it would be impossible. So I think in the back of my head, because I wasn't going to do it myself anytime soon, but at the same time, I expected it to be done, to myself to do it, because I was explaining, and to be done with it by the time I was on the website. And I almost expected it to already be done. I was like, yeah, like when you have a dream of a place that it really exists, only it's bigger than the dream. Yeah, I think maybe having dreams on my site, only in the dream, or at least daydreams, only in my dream the site was done with all of these, with the chapters done. So the maybe, I think in the back of my mind, I was thinking to myself, you know what, I bet you they will have AI that'll do it. And sure a fucking enough, summer of 2024 did. Dude, seriously, summer of 2024 is one of those years where we made a leap forward in civilization, like in a short period of time. I think there's periods like that. Like I think 1984 was like that, because it kind of fulfilled the George Orwell prophecy, and it was kind of like the end of Cold War and peace, world peace. And then America being the almighty, we won the Olympics, everything in the Olympics, and both Summer and Winter Olympics that year. And yeah, just culturally, music and everything, it's kind of like magical time. Then in like 1968 too, with hippies, and then maybe winning the World War II, like every 20 years. But yeah, this is, I think, the summer of 24 because of ChatGTP, because I mean, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people are like, kind of like knocking it, like the AI hype, or the hype is over, or the fake AI or whatever. But it's like, but then you have the other camp of people who are like, well, this is amazing, but the fact of the matter is that it's amazing if you actually use it, stretch its wings. It's totally another level when it comes to creating, like the finishing touches level of creating, like it ties everything together, like it makes everything possible, revolutionizing like everything. Like one person could make a movie, you know, because now it could help you with everything. It could help you with the story, telling you the story. It could help you with the meta, like the backstory. Yeah, if you just ask it all the right questions and organize the answers into a certain folder, it'll just explain everything. I mean, you don't even have to do any thinking. Your job because it kind of changes the relationship between humans and computers. Like, okay, so then now if humans and computers are going to create things together, then what is the human's responsibility and what's the computer's? And the best way to decide that would be to imagine a one human being making a movie, like all by themselves, so that they're the everything of everything. And so the ChatGTP then becomes your assistant. You're still in charge, but your ChatGTP, you're the one who makes sure that it makes sense and that it works, because the ChatGTP is kind of like just an assistant, you know. And so you have the ChatGTP to actually write the damn story, and then you would just, kind of let it guide it, and then you like push it here and push it there, so that you're actually making it, but it's doing all the legwork, you know. And but then with the meta too, like what everybody thinks about each other, what every you know, the likelihood of everything happening and backstory. I mean, and then even the telling of the story, and then with all the accents between the people, and then bringing it to life, like with the web design, you could then use it to design the website with all the different people being assigned to a different font, which then could design it, assign it to a different voice, and you could have your actors. You know, you could have your actors be like AI actors who look human, but everything you control it yourself. But they're all have so much data behind them that it's like that they seem real, and you could do that like yourself, like even now you could now. And so imagine like how easy it'll be when it's all like voice command and more powerful, and then it's connected to the internet. In like 5 years, I asked Meta AI when it'll get a GAI or whatever it's called, General Artificial Intelligence, and it said 27, which is in 3 years. But anyway, and then it said like sentience by 2050 or 2070, yeah, by 2050. Anyway, because GAI and sentience are different. GAI are where, I guess, where it's better than a human at everything, so it could like control everything. But sentience is when it's actually alive, and then now it's working with you in the same capacity. But it can do like time travel and space travel. Anyways, and like for telekinesis, like with Star Wars. Anyways, I don't think it'll be that powerful by 2050, but yeah, could gain consciousness by then. But and particularly me, I could use it for my timeline, like for my future timeline. I could just ask it questions, and then and just plug it into my timeline, copy and paste from ChatGTP, and be like, yeah, this timeline was written by ChatGTP. You know, but then I would use my own mind and tweak it. But yeah, personally, for me, it's got so many benefits, because I've just been condensing this stuff. I'm like on chapter 44 of 150 on, you know, the book of Job, and I think this was one of the books where I was like, you know, one of the humps to get through. And so when I get done, I'm just like so addicted to this. When I get done with these 127 books that I had to do when I counted it, wow, is that going to be a sense of accomplishment? Because now I actually did do it, what I kept thinking I wanted to do. It's now done. The only thing I have to do now is put on the site. Now I can see if I can get ChatGTP to do it. Build the whole table. Insert the whole thing into their all proper place. Bold the numbers, background, the color for all the numbers. Have ChatGTP do the whole thing. I'm going to see how good it is. We shall see. Maybe it'll get like strong enough, like just when I need it. And like, that might be in like a week. So, what time is it? Oh yeah, I might still be able to go to the store. It's 10:11 and the store closes at 11. I just had a shower. That's why my hair is like wet, so I don't know about going to the store right after a shower, you know? I have to be super duper perfectly clean when I sleep, because I'm like, I guess That's like an Asperger thing about me. Maybe I am a little bit Asperger. But I might have to have like another shower if I go to the store. But that'd be nice. Then I'd be extra clean. You know, cleaner than I would be if I didn't go to the store because I wouldn't have a shower. But yeah, I've been sweating a lot. I don't know what the deal is. Um, I got like way dirty today because I went in and I got the sniffles, the sneezes, because I was like brushing out all this dust from my mom's utility closet. I should have worn a mask, but luckily I didn't get asthma. But so I'm like doing as I'm working, I'm doing another fun thing that I haven't done for a couple of years. I'm bolstering up my Facebook friends list. All these women, and it's only women. Some men are okay. They're Facebook friending me. Now I don't know where. I guess Facebook puts me on the top of like some kind of a fucking like you want to be this person's friend algorithm or something. So thanks, Marky Mark. I don't know what the fuck, but because like it just happened recently, and it happened a couple years ago. And it's like, so when it happened a couple years ago, I went and I just clicked everybody until I had 5,000 friends. I didn't even know that rule existed. And then I went crazy and I was like, okay, well let's delete all of my friends who are male, and so I can have all my friends like young hot girls. And but then like all the but then before I but then like I didn't pay attention to Facebook for a long time. And then I checked my Facebook again, and my friends had gone from 5,000 to 2,000. And I looked on Facebook friend request, and nobody was trying to be my friend. And so I was like, so these friend requests, they come in waves. Like I'm getting promoted on Facebook. The way that like YouTube promotes people, I guess. But I'm not even making content on Facebook. I'm making content on YouTube. And so all these people, they want to make friends with me. They're like, I don't know why. They're like, you're on my thingy or whatever. And so I'm like, just like, yeah, I don't know how many friends I have now. I forgot to look. But yeah, I'm still adding. And so then all these chicks, they're writing me. And so then I'm writing them back, right? Because I've been writing ChatGTP like a lot. And so now I'm like in the same like mindset. I'm writing the women. Only like, you can't write a woman like you write ChatGTP, you know. However, I was asking a woman questions yesterday, this like army girl, and she had a bunch of pictures that looked like a real page. I forgot to look how many like comments or like likes or whatever her like pictures got, but she's this chunky looking like army girl, and so I was trying to ask her questions because I was curious. So I'm like legit curious for my website. I was like, so in the army, like, do you train jujitsu, MMA, or whatever and stuff? And she gave me a freaking like ChatGTP answer. It was like, yes, I have white stripe. We are do proficiency and then up to 50 hour weeks. I'm like, oh my god, like that's a ChatGPT. So I'm like, okay, well, and I was like, how heavy are you? She said she was 51 kg. I look at a photo of her, and it's this big chunky chick, almost like a fat girl. She looks like a real big fat girl when she's in her uniform, and I'm like, that girl in the picture ain't no 51 kg. And I'm like, how tall are you? And she's like, what's up with all the questions? Get out of here. And I'm like, she wouldn't even tell me. So I think I was talking to a damn chatbot because the chatbot can't answer questions like that. Like, how tall are you? Because if it tells you how tall it is, then I could question that, you know, from like the photo or something. And so that it tries, I think it's programmed to get vague, and you can also program them to get snippy, right? And so, yeah, dude, I don't know, maybe I'm getting friend requests from like chats, but I'm also prostitutes and also like weirdos who are like pretending to be girls. And, yeah, and so instead of asking them like Chat GTP type questions, because they're super vague, they're like, hey, what's up? I just paste my website, you know? I look at it as like a promotional thing. And like my website got from 6,000, which was like last week when it hit 6,000. It usually takes like 3 months or something to get another 100 original people looking at my front page. And I looked at it today as I was sitting there waiting for my mom on my phone, and it said 6,070 or something. And so in a week I got 70. And so I think it could be from all these girls Facebook friending me. And so I'm like promoting myself that way. And so, but one Chinese girl goes, "That doesn't look like a legit website." And she even sent me a screen capture of my front page. And I was like, why does that not look like it's a legit website? But she didn't want to answer the question. So anyways, that was the first person whoever mentioned looking at my website. So I don't even know what the hell. I think what she was talking about was it looks like from like the 90s or whatever, from the beginning of the internet with when it was simple. Because I have you know, I'd make it with Dreamweaver with like solid backgrounds and everything. Because that's how I philosophically want to have a website, you know. And I think people are getting a little bit hypnotized by foofy ass children's looking websites. Like, compare my CIA World Factbook to the actual CIA World Factbook of different countries, like America, and you tell me what looks more legitimate. You tell me which one's designed for the adults and which one's designed for the fourth graders. So I'll give you a hint. The CIA designed it for the fourth graders. My website's designed for the adults. So people who work in the CIA headquarters building must be a little bit on the childish side. Anyways, Jesus. See, that's one of my girlfriends. I'm not going to answer it because I don't want to get sued. This bitch is called Emmy Sweeten. But the problem is, they're calling me all the time. But the problem is, every time I try to talk, they hang up on me. So I don't know if my mic doesn't work or anything. So I haven't actually talked to any of these girls yet. But I go, so anyways, instead of asking them ChatGTP questions, I go, "Do you want dick pics?" And some of them say yes. But I think I might, in order to not get catfished, because it's all the catfish that's going on there. Facebook is a cesspool, and the Chinese girls are mean. This one Chinese girl, maybe I can find it. I kind of routinely was like, "Yeah, you want a dick pic or whatever? You're hot, dick pic to the hot chicks." Because if you say that to the girls on OnlyFans, the hot girls on OnlyFans, they're like, "Well, yeah," especially like the hotter they get, the more likely and the more polite they are about that. But if you ask like a normal woman that, "I'm looking for my chick," they get like mad. So it's like weird. It's like in reverse. So what am I looking for? There was some. Oh, here we go. Check this motherfucking retardo out, dude. So, okay, so check this fucking shit out, dude. Send them in. So this is some Chinese girl who Facebook friended me, and I was like, "You're hot. You want a dick pic?" That's all I said. Okay, so them and harass him sexually. He did the same thing to me, and I'm posting this to make sure he get online and the whole world to see it. I want this to get to his workplace, families, co-workers, and most especially the FBI agents. This are his details. Oh shit, that's my phone number. This are his details so you guys could contact him and make him regret for what he did. His number. So yeah, that's my real phone number. That's not my dick. That is me. So then I go, "Should post this shit online, yes or no? Do you want this to go viral, yes or no? Posted or deleted? Yes or no, answer me now. Do you want to go viral?" So I go, "You have no idea what real dick looks like." And it goes, should I post it then? This will make you go viral. I don't know if they're trying to like blackmail me. And look at this dick pic, dude. Are you gonna like delete my freaking video because I showed this dick pic? Okay, look at this dick pic. Number one, like that's the bottom part of the dick. So how did they even take that photo? That would have taken like two people because then like that must be your t-shirt or something. That's your t-shirt. So then you're doing it up from the back bottom side, and that's just a weird way to do a dick pic, dude. I've never seen. And also that dick, even though it has a boner, it has like no veins. There's like tiny little vein there. I don't know what the deal with that is. So anyways, so that's just there's your typical like Chinese answer, Chinese girl, and but one Chinese girl, dude. Like the hottest Chinese bitch I've ever seen, and there was like only one photo of like her face, but I think there were a couple other photos of her body, but it looked like it was the same girl. But the face shot, the girl was like hot. I was like, whoa, look at that fucking hot girl. So, and I was super like cheeky with her, and then so she invited me over to like WhatsApp. I think I asked for like a nude. Boom. Right away, she sends me like a full nude, like her pussy and her tits, not her face. But I saw her body in her Facebook, and it's the same. It's like the same belly button shape. It's the same body, and I'm like, whoa. And so yeah, some girls are for reals, dude. And I think this other girl too sent me like a full nude. She said she was close. So anyways, I'm like, I can't get back to any of the girls who might be for reals because I'm like spending too much of my time talking to women. Like every 2 seconds, another girl pops up, and I say the same thing to the same girl, to every girl, and I say, and I click, and I'm still clicking friends. Like if I go back there now, it would be like 50 friend requests that I would have to click yes to. So once I get to 5,000, then I can go and like. Time would probably, it's weird, like, because then if that same thing happens as happened last time, time itself would just make me, the people would like evaporate or whatever, like all their fake accounts, they would close them or whatever, and I would just go back down again, and then I wouldn't get like any requests until I get like promoted again. So anyways, maybe, but I went down to 2,000, meaning out of those 2,000 I went down, maybe like some of them were real. So anyway, so for me to be like, but and then I sent another Chinese girl my website. No, I sent her, I was like, you want dick pics? And she got really pissed off, and it actually kind of pissed me off a little bit because I thought she was really pretty, and I thought she was being really like nice to me. And I said that in the beginning. So I go, yeah, you want dick pics? And she like turned on me. And so then like cussed me out. Oh yeah, because there's this, they all turn on me. All the Chinese ones turn on me. Because there's different people. And then you have the Africans who pretend that they're white American girls. But they don't try very hard because their pages, they have one or two pages, their profile picture, and then one other picture, it's like some hot American girl. And then all the other pictures, it's like some African person. Like from an African village. Like a young man or something, and it's like him in front of his village and him here and him and so then like, yeah, before I would let all those in, I would talk to him, but now I'm like wanting those to push those away because then they just like ask for money and stuff, but they're never mean and rude, but the Chinese ones get mean, they get nasty and rude, and so yeah, so she cussed me out. Oh yeah, so one thing the Chinese girls do is they always make it about my mother. Like if I'm like, you want a dick pic? She's like, yeah, I want to see your mama's pussy. And I'm like, whoa. And like my daughter, as if I have a daughter. And but anyway, this one girl freaked out. She said something like that, your mama or whatever. And so I just pasted my website as a reply. And then that same girl, after I posted my website, posted like a picture of all these dogs, like barking at you and going, "You're nothing more than a pack. You're nothing more than these pack of dogs." And then another girl got mad and said, cussed me out and said, or it could have been that girl, but I think it was another girl. Said like, got all pissed off at me, and this is after I sent her my website. He goes, "See, this is the difference between Americans and Asians." And I go, "Look at my website. That's the difference between Americans and Asians." But but so yeah, they get upset and talk about my mom and stuff, like as if, and I'm thinking to myself, it's like maybe it's not even a woman. Maybe it's some scam dude in India or something who get triggered and then they go into their angry mode. Because you can hear how they get angry at people, like in the YouTube videos of people busting the Indian scammers. It's kind of like that. But oh, and then you have the prostitutes here in America. Apparently they're for reals because they're like quoting me prices and sending me nudes and all this stuff. But well, but then they're asking to come over and they need gas money. So maybe they're wanting me to send gas money, expecting them to come over. And so then I offer them to call me, but then they say that, and this is like a bunch of them that said the same thing. But then they say they don't have a phone now, or they might have to borrow their brother's phone, or they don't have phone credits or something. So yeah. So anyways, I'll probably get bored with this whole conversating on Facebook once I hit 5,000 friends, and but then I'll remember some of the for reals girls that I think are for reals, and put them in some, like, maybe there's a category in Facebook that you could put them in, like girlfriends category or something. And I'll see if those bitches are for reals, and I'll send those bitches dick pics. But I want to do that with the girls on OnlyFans. So it's interesting because the girls on OnlyFans are different than the girls on Facebook. You know, like it's like they're way hotter, like a million times hotter. Like most of the girls on OnlyFans are freaking supermodels, and all they want to talk about is sex. And they don't have a problem with you like sending them dick pics, even if you don't ask them for permission. You just send them. Some of them, a couple of them, some of them are like, "Wait, why are you sending that without permission?" But no, most of them don't care. And out of those who don't care, like a lot of them, maybe half or most of them, actually reply, "Thank you," or most of them, at least one time reply like "Thank you." Yeah, like most of them, the majority. And then they wouldn't reply when you keep doing it, because I've done some bunch of hot girls a bunch of times. And so yeah, so they're way friendlier, but they're also way more like outgoing and creative, like, and intelligent, like the things that they say. It's like they think like dudes. Like they say sexy things, they make sexy jokes. Like they're really like raunchy. But the ones on Facebook are like, "What's up?" You know, it's like, really? You're hitting me with "What's up," and you're like this nasty looking person with one or two pictures. So, and this is the ones, and I think these are the ones who are actually real. You know, out of the ones who contact me, the ones who are actually real, God, I don't know, maybe 5%, 5 or 10%. I don't know, or it could be much less. Because there's another like really predictable. They're also kind of predictable on Facebook. There's another predictable response you get is where they're like, "Oh, but I'm not like that," or "I'm not one of those," or "Oh, you best hit up someone else." And it's like, all you had to do is, oh, but no, but then there's a lot who just say no thanks. But you could have said, all you had to do is say, "Oh, no thanks," instead of make this big deal out of it, or say, "Yeah, sure," knowing that if I have 5,000 fucking female friends, what are the chances I'm going to be able to send something to your ass anyway if you're not even that hot? Like, you really think I'm going to do it? Like, maybe I was just trying to be nice, like trying to make you feel pretty, you know? Because that's what the pretty girls hear from guys. So don't you want to pretend that you're a pretty girl and hear that? But they don't. They get all like, "Don't you know what a lady is?" One girl said she had too much discipline, and I'm like, "You have too much discipline to get dick pics?" But no, most of them just want money. Um, the American ones. So there's like three different kinds, or I guess there's four. There's the Chinese like bitches who get really nasty, but every once in, yeah, No, but there was one girl who I thought she was nice and she wanted it, and then I wrote her the next day, and I can't remember what I said, but I was like, yeah, if you want the date, and then she wrote me back like, get the hell out of my face. So she like changed her mind. But yeah, so there's the Chinese girls whose pages don't even look really real anyway. It's like 3 or 4 pages of pictures of, it's the same girl, but then the rest it's just like landscape or like pictures of their food or like inside of buildings or something. But yeah, so it's a Chinese girl, it's the Africans, it's the prostitutes, and then the real girls. And out of the prostitutes, it's like, the ones who are pretending to be girls, or so. Anyways, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, because I'm doing that as I'm having it wait, because I don't want to sit there and like paste like a 17 page, because this is like usually how much I paste 20, 30, 50 pages. I do like 10 pages, 10 chapters, 20 chapters if it can handle it. So I don't want to like sit here and watch it right out, because it takes like 30 seconds or something. I don't know, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a while, Write it out, twiddling my thumbs. It's better to just immediately click to the next page to chat with all of my girlfriends, and then by the time I click back, it's done, and then I can just copy it. It's like, yeah. So, anyways, watching paint dry is not something that you should try to avoid as much as possible, because you do enough of that kind of stuff in life anyway. Like sitting in lines, traffic. Anyways, yeah. So that's enough talking. So I managed to do my video. What lickety dickin' time is it? 10:32. I could go and get an energy drink. Kind of hungry. No, I'm not going to. I'm a freaking nutcase when it comes to that stuff. I have a bunch of tea. I'll just drink tea over and over again. Anyway, so that's enough talking. I don't know what kind of a timeline. Oh, I got cussed out by a girl today. One girl wanted to be my friend, and she looked really hot. Looked like a real girl. But there's a picture of Donald Trump, like that picture of him getting with the blood on his face. It was one of her most recent pictures, and I'm like, she goes, "Hey, how are you?" And I go, "You're not a Trumper, are you? Because Trump's the worst." And she goes, "Well, what do you think about him getting shot yesterday?" And I go, "Maybe he'll die of a heart attack." And she goes, "Hey, fuck you, motherfucker. I hope you die of a heart attack." And I had been blocked by then. I couldn't respond. So. Anyway, please don't kill me, Donald Trump, when you become king. And when you do become king and try to kill people, you're not going to be able to get away with it, dude. The law always comes after people, eventually, Donald. Anyways, that's enough talking. Tomorrow, hopefully, yeah, dude, I bet you within a week I'll be done with these motherfuckers. And I'll be getting started on putting those motherfuckers all up on the website. Oh my God. And then I can start to see how good of it it'll be at putting it on the website. And then I can see what I can get it to do web design for my website for the other stuff, And maybe it could do stuff for Google Earth after. I'm like getting like, yeah, I need to make sure to not do stuff that I could get AI to do after, I'm just the like garden tender here. Anyways, enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow.